afternoon, everybody. It's Friday, 2 o'clock again. Where do these weeks go? Time just absolutely flies. So just want to take 5 and just chill out a little bit, because you know what, sometimes you just have to do that. Doesn't matter how busy your day is and how much work you've got. You do sometimes just have to sit down and say, do you know what? I'm just going to chill for a minute and do this. So it's a good job today that we're doing this, because that's the kind of day I think I'm having. So what have I got? A nice crafty brown colour tile. And this comes out of my regular tile mix. Date on, everything's listed on the back. And I'm going to come straight in with my black fine liner pen. But I do have a white gel pen with me today. All the regulars, all the equipment. So I'm just going to see where it takes us. So if you're ready, let's make a start. I'm going to come straight in with pen. But please don't feel that you have to. You can draw anything, any material you like, any colour, any liner. Let's go a bit bigger. Are you ready? Take a deep breath. We've got this. Okay, so I'm going to start kind of in the middle. Just going to go out a little bit so you can see it. There you go. And I'm going to come in with a bit of a line, and it's going to go slightly kick out at the bottom edge there. Oh, thank you, Vicky. I think it's been that kind of a day. We're all right, though. We're all right. We've got sewing classes this weekend, haven't we? So it's bound to be busy. It's the first one we've done. And we're just making sure we've got everything we need. A little bit on the top there. I'm going to fill that in. I'm going to fill that in. Okay. And then inside, I'm going to have another line. This is why I said do it a bit wider. See, it's just going to kick out at the bottom. Oh, thank you, Lynn. And that way. Just kick out at the bottom. So I'm going to draw around the shape at the top there. Okay. I'm going to do it again. Here we are. Second one. Around we go. So far, so good. So I'm going to put myself a little pencil line in now. I'm going to sort of match it up the centre, just so I've got a bit of a guide. And on this side, I'm going to do myself a curl like this. It's going to touch the bottom edge, like that. And on this side, I'm going to do something similar. It's going to come round and in. Okay? So that's sort of thicken up that line a bit there. Doesn't matter that they're different, it's fine. And then following that line, let's just go in a little bit. You can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to do a loop coming from that same sort of centre point. One on this side as well. And then another one coming up that centre point onto this side. And up that centre point onto this side. One in the middle, like so. Okay, let's put myself a line, but this time I'm going to put like a little V on the top. A little line and a V. A line coming up, look, and a V. And same on this one. Okay, let's have a little look at all of that. So I'm going to come round the edges and I'm going to put myself a bubble in each point there, like so. Okay, and then I'm going to draw around the whole thing, just this top section, along that side. Then I'm going to turn it round and along this side. Hopefully we're going to join at the top. There you go. Bit of a join at the top. Got that kind of a shape going on. So I'm going to figure another one this time. I'm going to kind of go sort of up this end. You see? A bit of a curve this time. Again, I'm going to curve that bottom edge. And then draw myself an oval, fill in the sides. So from there, oh, hey Kathy, how's things? I hope everything's okay over there. it's nice to see everybody on today. Oh, Kath, well, by the time I realised you could see the Northern Lights last night, it was too dark. I couldn't see anything. I was a bit busy. Dobby was faffing because he's got a sleepover this weekend. So it was, yeah, a bit manic last night. Okay, pencil again, because this time instead of going too straight, I'm going to slightly curve it. So I've got something to work to. So along here. And again, swirl there, look. And this side. Swirl there. Just going to thicken up that side. Like that. Okay. So let's do the same again. Loop one side. I'll loop the other. You see this one, it's because we can follow that curve now. Hello, Sarah. And we've got Wendy today and Lynn. There's so many people. I think Maureen, I've seen Maureen's name. No, we're all in today. Friday afternoon. How are we getting on with our tiny tiles? Some of us are keeping up, some of us not so well. Come on. And in there. Okay. You see how we follow those bubbles? I think actually, is there another instalment, Lynn, of Halloween Hollow? I think I sort of noticed it briefly last night, but I've not read it yet, so I'm savouring it. But if you've not read them, you need to find Lynn Kirk's posts. Hi, Fran. And yeah, there's Maureen. Look at that, it's nice and that it sort of kicks off that way. Shall we do one this way? So again, let's put this line in first then. So it's going to go underneath. Kick up there slightly. And then this one. Underneath. That one. Oh, Viv, that's really good. We've only got today's to do. I don't know where. I try and do them in the morning if I can. I think it's good practice to try and keep it at the same time. But it's not always possible. Depends what I'm doing. There you go. Oh, Vicky, but you're going to know what everybody's drawn. If you wait, you're not going to be able to keep that a secret. I think that's the exciting bit. You don't know what you're going to be drawing. You're just sort of following whatever lines I put in front of you. What's new there? No, if that's how you want to do it, that's fine. It's not going anywhere. And Chris will be putting them on YouTube as well. Okay. So here, look. Now this time, look, some of it might go underneath that one there. Maureen, why are you doing lots of crochet, I wonder? I don't know. Is there something special you're crocheting for? Oh, Sarah, put everything in a carrier bag. I think by the time when we moved out, I actually, literally with our wardrobes, it just all went in the back of the car, still on hangers on the day. Yeah, I can't be doing with that. Packing for weeks on end. It's just like, get it in there and get it out. And then I find if you've got a box that you leave for at least 6 months, you obviously don't need what's in it. If you found that though, then you've thrown it away and then you just think, oh, I wish I'd have kept that, I needed it. All right, I'm going to go around this one. Sometimes it does you good to have a bit of a clear out, if I'm honest. Look at that. All right, next one. I'm going to do another one here. So this time, if I actually put it in pencil first, I'm going to go a bit taller so I can kind of get the idea. Yeah. And then I can sort of draw around it. So there's one there, look, and a bit wider. Like that. I know, Maureen, it's exciting. She's going to be inundated. She's going to have a bigger wardrobe than me. Oh, Dobby's got a bigger wardrobe than me, to be fair. Okay, you see, down there with the lines. Oh, Jackie making books. Is that with the cinch? Or is that the thermal binder you're using? Or are you doing it a different way? I like making books. I've not done any for a while. Because they do take time, but they're... Oh, do my curl. They're worth it, aren't they? When you've done it. Okay, and around. Oops. And again. And then one in the middle. And then let's put my line and my V. Line and V. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, Wendy, you and me think alike. Packing. Leslie will pack for days before. Even if she's going for a weekend away, she'll be packed days before. Okay. Do we all know it's Leslie's birthday today, by the way? I thought it was yesterday. So I did take her a present round and, wished her happy birthday yesterday. And then she's come out for a cup of tea today and it's today. Sorry, Leslie, I thought it was yesterday. I have no idea why. Maybe that should be it. Maybe you should have a pre-birthday. And then have your birthday the day after. What do you think? I don't know. All right, I'm coming in now. I'm going to use pencil for a moment. Because what I want to do here, I'm going to put myself a bit of a swirl in. Sort of there like that. See? And I'm going to put one going this way. Now, this is why I'm doing it in pencil, because I want it to go behind, but I'm drawing the whole thing first. And sometimes it's easier to do that. Oh, well, happy birthday for Monday, Viv. I've got to wait a bit longer for mine. All right. Here you go, coming in with my white pen now. Remember, when you use a white pen, you've got to take your time because, it takes a little while to sort of get going and then it takes a little bit longer for it to dry. So let's do one at a time. This one's going in first. Oh, hey Leslie, we're just talking about you. All good things, I know. Well, mostly. All right, so I'm going to sort of come off this curl into that bit there. And then because I've made that wider, that means I can get another shape inside, like that. And I'm going to fill that with bubbles. And working my way up. I started with the biggest, look at the bottom edge there. Around we go. And then along here as well, because there's quite a bit of space, I can do the same thing. Get another shape in there. And if I start in the middle, that's my largest sort of piece. And bubbles one way, then the other. Okay. Do you think, Maureen? I think she's always in the car park. But I don't know who would look after the shop for her. Oh, she was always in the car park. She owns the haberdashery in the high street, so there you go. See, I'm just drawing in the bits that are going underneath there. So working my way back, see, I'm going to have sort of something that comes out here and it's going to go underneath and it's going to follow around there, see? And then I can, again, bring one of those little shapes in, following that line. And to this one. And again, let's put bubbles in there. Oh, see, now John just walked in. I was thinking there was going to be a cup in your hand. What is this witchcraft? Oh. There's not one there.
There's not one there?
No.
I'll get one.
Okay.
Do you
Good.
want anything in it?
Good job, I love him, isn't it? Somebody has to. Okay. See, bubbles in that bit as well. Okay, and everybody's saying that they're loving your rose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, I'll be able to retire soon. They'll just want, yeah. We'll just get Kane to do it.
And next week it's the guide for the open rows, isn't it?
Yes, because, yeah, Kane's going to do a video next week. When all your orders have arrived, if you want to tune in for that, he's going to show you how to do the big bloom, the single rows. So look out for that one. Not sure what day, but we'll give you a little bit of notice. We'll work that out and we'll let Chris know. And he can actually put a note up and let everybody else know. Okay, so this is kind of a big piece here. Well, Maureen says you're doing brilliantly.
Oh, thank you, Maureen.
He's not watching today because he's here drawing something else. Testing out pencils and things, so. That just looks like we've got bubbles going on in there. A little bit here. Sometimes you just want a little bit of definition. There we go. Oh, Wendy, are you sure? Don't they say if you you start doing your hobby as a job or something you like, you get bored of it. So if you were in like a chocolate factory, you get bored of eating chocolate. John did. He used to. He did some work for Roundtrees, Kit Kat wrappers and things like that. He made the machines that wraps a Kit Kat. So every time you unwrap a Kit Kat, you have to think, oh, John actually did the program for that machine. Amazing, isn't it? All right. So I'm going to sort of stick with the white for now. And I'm going to come around and look at my space here. And I want to create some little curls with bubbles on the end. And then again, look, curl with a bubble on the end. It is, Kath, or else, what would happen, I mean, this is like my world, isn't it? I thought that's it. I'm fed up of tangling now. What would we all do? We'd have all those extra hours where we could get into trouble. Okay. Oh, Heather, yeah, new boiler. That can be a bit messy, can't it? When we moved in our house, our boiler was in our bedroom. I always thought that was a bit weird. I don't know why that happened, but it was. So we've had it put in the loft now. Okay, coming back to my black pen. And where we've just done these little bubbles, I'm going to come in and I'm going to draw inside. I'm going to fill them in. Inside, look. Fill them in. Oh no, I've got so many projects lined up of things I want to do and want to make. I just don't get round to them all. I suppose we're all the same. At least with something like this, it's a little bit relaxing and it doesn't take up a lot of time and space. We can chill with it. Look at that, look at the difference that's made with that little bit there. So I'm going to draw around the inside of this. I'm not going to colour these in. But any little gaps, I'm going to come in and put them in. So it's got a little bit of detail there. So see here, look, that's going to be a little bit bigger. That's the part one. So I'm drawing inside the bubbles. Inside the bubbles. And then on the outside, I'm going to fill in any little gaps, like so. Oh, Glenys, I know what you mean. Yeah, what's the point of all that money in the bank? If you're not enjoying life, you've got to do some things you enjoy, haven't you? Okay. And round we go with this one. But I don't think you can always wait and rely on when you retire, can you? Because sometimes you've got to think, do you know what, I'm just going to do it now. Because who knows what's around the corner. You get whisked away and end up, sailing around the world. Going on all these wonderful adventures you don't know, do you? As long as I could coerce with them, as long as they could speak English. I'm not very good at different languages. I remember taking kids to school when I used to teach. I used to take them to France. So you used to have to try and speak French because they couldn't. That was interesting. Thank you, John.
Okay.
So look at this. Okay. So I'm going to add some little bubbles in now. So using my pen there. And find a bit of space inside there. I'm not going to do many. There we go. So I'll come back in with my white for now. And where I've done those little black dots, we can add a little white dot in. And there you go. Absolutely then. Yes. Okay, couple there, look. See, I've got those bigger dots. Let's make sure my pen's working. There we go. Okay. Oh, funny that, Vicky, isn't it? Are you still tangling? It is very therapeutic. We do enjoy it. Okay, coming in with my pencil now. It does help, doesn't it? You know, it helps you chill out a little bit. You know? Who cares what's going on for a little bit? Okay, pencil in there then. And I'm going to do some around here. I'm going to add a little bit to the bottom as well. Okay, going up a little bit more on one side than the other. Same with all of them. It's real close on the edge of my tile there. There you go. Little bits around there. Same with this one. So take it up a bit more one side. A little bit on those edges. On that one. Okay, real close there, so I'm just being careful. I'm going to draw on my book. That's that bit. And inside here, I'm going to add some to that bottom edge, all the way around. Same on this one. Again, you can add some colour to this if you want to. It doesn't have to all be monochrome. See, I was going to add some colour, didn't I? I think I'll bring some in a little bit. Okay. And then on the shapes on the outside here, I'm going to add some on the outer edge. Sort of working my way around. See, not too much there, but I've got a bit going on in there. Okay. See, that's the other edge of that one. It's quite a wide one. And same here, so I'm going to go round there. Follow the shapes. Along we go. Same with this one, so I'm going to go around. Follow the shapes. Okay. And I'm going to do just a little bit, so I'm a little bit lighter, see, round these ones. Just sort of swirling it a little bit. Oh, does it? Yeah. It is an unusual shape, isn't it? They come from everywhere, don't they? All these different patterns. It's how you put them together. You could make it anything, couldn't you? Okay. I'm going to add a little bit underneath those lines too. Okay, you see? And that one. And Tortillon. Let's start at the beginning. See, we've gone in with these bits. Watch some flowers. Okay, might as well do this as I'm going and put those bits in there. See, I've just gone sort of up one side, down the other. And that's a follow through with this. I'm not going all the way down, look. I'm trying to leave a little bit of a gap in between. This one. Okay, and then along. And up there and back down. Same here, like soften all that off. A little bit there, so it's going to be a bit darker there anyway. Around there. Up that one, down that one. Okay. So let's have a look at these bits. I'm going to start at one end and work my way around. And with these where you've got the white pencil, softening it off a little bit. So not too heavy. So they're kind of in the background. So I'm not going to swoosh them around too much. I just want to sort of ease it off. See, same with those. And follow this bit round and along. Sort of keep it going. And along. I'm coming back to those in a minute. I'm going to just do all of these first. Hopefully I'll remember everything. Okay, you see, sort of work it round. And this bit here. Just be really gentle with that tortillon. There's no need to press on anything at all. Just going to do the work for you. It really is. And along there, see, softening it off. And along there. Okay. So this one, I'm going to hold it even further back now. And gently swirl it round. Okay, it's not going to mix in with everything. I want it to just sort of kind of sit there. Working my way round. See, just sort of easing it round. It doesn't have to follow the shape exactly. It can just peter off into the background. I'm going to have that in the foreground. So I'm not going to add any shade over that bubble. And I think similar sort of thing with this one. Look, I'm going to work my way around. Okay, and along. Alright, so let's bring a little bit of colour in, because I did promise yesterday I would add a bit of colour. So let's do that, although I do have a cup of tea. You better have a sip of that, being that John's made it me. Okay, actually for colour, I'm going to just come in a little bit with my white chalk pencil. I'm using the chalk one because it means I can blend it in if I want to with the tortillon. And I'm going to go across the top of those points there. So where I've not got any graphite, it doesn't like to sit on top of graphite. And you see this bit here? I'm going to add some in just on that edge, like so. It's almost like it's got a little bit of a sparkle to it. On the top there. See how it comes around? Same with this one. Okay. So sometimes, you know, when you've got a tortillon, it's all covered in graphite, and you think, and what do I do with it? A nail file is brilliant, but if you haven't got a nail file, or you could use your rubber, you see, and that'll bring a bit off. There's different ways of doing it, you know. See, that's a little bit better. This also I want to do here is just kind of pull it in a little bit, but I didn't really want like loads of grey on it. I wanted to keep it white. That's the idea there. Okay. So far so good with that. So okay, let's bring a bit of colour. Being that I've got a darker tile, I'm going to use my Black Edition pencils. Let's have a look what I've got here. I'm going to use Elf Pink. Let's go out a little bit. Elf Pink, and I've got a bit of purple Haze. And let's have a look. I've got a bit of pink purple, so you know, that kind of colour. And I've got a white. Let's see what we can do with that. Okay, I'm going to go in. Being that I've got some larger bubbles down this bottom end. You see here, look. So first of all, I'm going to come in with my white, and I'm going to add a little bit of white, ever so lightly. Now you notice that this is completely different than the white chalk pencil. Bees and being is, look, it won't blend. You have to do that all by yourself. So what I've got here, look, I've got three colours. So looking at them, I've got a dark, a mid, and a light colour, okay? So there's my three. So if I start with my mid colour, okay, and there's loads of ways of colouring, so don't think this is the only way. I'm going to add some sort of around that bottom edge. Now bearing in mind I'm left-handed, so I will always go to the right to add colour. You could do this so it's to the left if you wanted to. All right. So that's my mid colour. I'm going to bring in my lightest colour. And I'm going to add some of that in between the two. So in between that mid colour look and that white. See? All along there. And then I'm going to come back to my white. See how I've changed to swirls? Swirling that in. Swirling that in. Okay. So the next layer, I'm going to go back up to the lightest. So from white to my Alf pink. Then to my little pink purple. Okay, that's given me a kind of a nice sort of blend going on there. So then I'm going to bring in the darker purple, this purple haze. And I'm going to add that around that edge. So that's where it's completely the opposite side to where I've put the lighter colour. You see, it gives it that little bit of depth. Back to my mid colour or my pink purple colour there. See, swirling it round. Swirling it round. Back to my light pink. And back to my white. Okay, let's have a little look at that. You see, so you've got some 3-dimension going on there. So I can't really do much with these because they're a bit smaller. So it might be that rather than do it all the way through like that, Vicky, they are stunning on black. I'm going to come in with my darkest colour first. You see, there's not enough room for everything. So you have to make a decision. Okay, so that's those bits. I might as well do these at the same time. Again, it's almost like putting a tiny little bit in that bottom right corner there. So we're working with those. And this one. And then I'm going to come in with my lightest pink and kind of just sort of swirl over the top. They're so small. There's not much else you can do with them anyway. And because there's plenty of white on the paper already, I think we can get away with just doing these few colours on this one. Okay. They're a really nice little addition, aren't they, these pencils? And they work pretty well on everything. So whether you want to go on the lighters or whether you're using the dark, you get those looks. I can actually bring in a little bit of a white touch on them. You can actually come in with your gel pen if you want to, but I'm not going to go to that length today. I just don't want them too much. You see here where this one's crossed over this one. I'm just going to come back in with my pencil. I'm going to add some there. And this one here, a little bit. Just because I want to show that that's in front. Oh, so you need to get them out and try them. Yeah, just get them out and use them. You'll love them. Yeah. And see, maybe here, this bit would benefit from a bit of white chalk. So, not too much. Sort of in between the lines there. I'm not going to do this one because it's in the background. Bits there. Just soften them out. There you go. All right, so that's today's tile. All I need to do now is a bit of a signature. I'm going to put it down here. And you're all good to go already. So, okay, Friday. This is all we're going to be doing for, gosh, the rest of the day. No more tiles today. And don't forget, we don't do tiny tiles Saturday and Sunday. It's all about doing that just in the week. So, of course, we've got sewing classes this weekend. Wish us luck. Going to be fine. And I'd love to see what you're going to do with this one. So I'll look forward to seeing you posting them. So have a lovely weekend, everybody. Stay safe and warm. And I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.